Hi guys, I'm back with some more football commentary, and today we're going to be discussing about the best football match this week. I'm talking about Liverpool versus Man City. That was an amazing game. Yes, orgasmic. That's how I like to describe amazing games such as this one. Wow, Liverpool. That was way beyond impressive. This was the first time Liverpool have been in the Champions League in 9 years. 9 years. 9 years ago, I was a silly little teenager, okay, with bad hair. Now I have good hair, but but I was still in love with Ronaldinho. So some things don't change. Wow, but 9 years is a long time. So they needed to come and give it their best, like, because of this is a golden opportunity for them. Going into the game, Klopp was convinced that they couldn't get a clean sheet against Man City. Yeah, no team expects to go against Man City and come out with a clean sheet. Not even Liverpool, but his boys. Yeah, his boys proved him completely wrong. The game ended 3-0. Wow, yeah, for Man City, for Liverpool have advantage. One surprising statistic that came out from this game is that Man City had zero shots on target. I feel like I've thrown my hands in front of the screen a lot of times. I'm so sorry for that. But yeah, this is the first time in the season that Man City have not had a shot on target. So yeah, Liverpool continue breaking Man City's records. So the goal scoring rockets for Liverpool began in the 12th minute with Salah scoring. Obviously, the Egyptian king had to be on the score sheet. So he scored from an amazing counter attack. Firmino was able to latch onto the ball within the Man City's penalty area. He went for goal. It deflected off Kyle Walker, but Kyle Walker was unable to clear the ball, convincingly. And Firmino was able to get back the ball and pass it to Salah, who then scored. It was an amazing goal. We couldn't believe it. I was shouting. Yeah, Kyle Walker, you need to do better next time. The second goal was from the Oxlade-Chamberlain. It was 25 yards away. Thunderous. It was a hammer of a goal. People are saying it was 68 miles per hour. I don't know about you, but me, I understand Ederson. Like, if something is coming at me at 68 miles per hour, I'm not going to come in between it and its destiny. Like, just let it pass. Score. That was a beautiful goal. Ederson didn't know what hit him or didn't hit him, if you catch my drift. Yeah. I loved Arteta's face after that goal. The cameraman zoomed towards the Man City technical bench, and Arteta's face was that of gloom. Like, he didn't want to show any emotion, but you could see he was really pissed off. That was priceless. The third goal, of course, Mane. Yeah, if you read my blogs, I'm not like a complete fan of this guy because of his diving antics. But yesterday he carried himself professionally. There was no drama, there was no theatrics. He went in and he did his thing. His game was impressive to watch, and so was this goal. It came from a pass from Salah, which was from a long pass from the midfield, which was as a result of dispossessing Man City in the midfield area. Like, two things came out. Man City need a better attack formation. Liverpool have the best midfield in the Premier League. Bas. I've said it. Yeah. So that was the third goal, and that was the end of the goals. But that was not the end of the game. There was so much drama even after that. Second half, Salah came off in the 6th minute. Oh my god, everyone is all over themselves crying for Salah. Oh my god, are you hurt? Are you hurt? Are you okay? Are you gonna make it? Are you dying? Oh my god, it was just a groin injury, and he looked better when the game was ending. One person I was freaking out over was Firmino. Seeing him leave in the 70th minute was kind of shocking for me, because when he starts a game, he always finishes it. And like, this is the epitome of hard work in the Liverpool team. He is the workhorse. So gosh, I hope everything is okay, and I hope to see him in the weekend against Everton. I also hope to see him next week against ManCity. Yeah, he was replaced by Solanke. Yo, we need to keep an eye on this young man. His first touch was almost an assist for goal. Oh my god, if Mane had just scored when he got that pass, but it wasn't to be. But really, really impressed by Solanke. Another young man on the Liverpool side that I'm really impressed with was Alexander-Arnold. Yo, Alexander, man, you've grown. You've really grown. He's been criticized so much since he began playing for Liverpool, since he started making regular appearances for Liverpool. If you can remember correctly, when they were playing against Man U, he was blamed for those double Rashford goals. Also last week when they were playing against Crystal Palace, people were criticizing him about in regards to Zaha's performance, Zaha's attack, and Zaha's attempted goal. But yesterday, he was over the moon impressive. I love the way he was marking Sane. Like, yo, I don't care what caliber of player you are. I know I'm a young one, but I'm gonna cover you the way you should be covered. Since the beginning of that game, Liverpool were throwing long diagonal passes to Sane because they thought that Alexander was the weak link, so they wanted to exploit this. But Alexander-Arnold never gave them a chance, especially the second half. At the end of the second half, like all the balls, you could clearly see all the balls were just going to Sane. But Alexander-Arnold was able to clear all those balls. He had the highest clearance rate for the Liverpool side. For the entire game, he had 10 clearances. Liverpool had like 38 in total, and 10 of them came from Alexander-Arnold. I'm not quite sure if that's the highest, but I'm impressed either way. Yeah, so good game, Alexander. Another young person who was on point was Andy Robertson. Andy Robertson, like every time Sterling is playing and Andy Robertson is there, Sterling will have a nightmarish game. For real. So yeah, as I've seen in previous games, Robertson has latched on to Sterling like some weird fish. He never gives him space, he never gives him the room to breathe, and it's amazing to watch that he has that kind of like, he knows who Sterling is, he knows what Sterling is capable of, but he's not scared, and that's amazing. One thing I love about Liverpool is the confidence it gives the young players. The young players have time to grow, the young players have time to make mistakes, and the young players have time to learn from their mistakes. It's amazing to watch. And like another team that I'm not going to mention here because some of you are fans of that team. I'm talking about Man U. Henderson won't be performing next week. We won't see him next week because he got a yellow card. But you know what? That yellow card, sometimes you just have to take one for the team, because if he hadn't stopped Sterling, it could have been a goal. They would have lost advantage, and yeah, life would have been harder for Liverpool in the coming game. So yeah, that was Liverpool for you. No, wait, I haven't finished. There was a Robertson moment of the match when he grabbed onto a loose ball within his own half from a ManCity counter attack. So he grabs onto this ball. He's able to weave through players from his side until ManCity's box. If Fernandinho wasn't there, and he's coming at such a tremendous speed, if Fernandinho wasn't there to stop that boy, that would have been a goal. That would have been a beautiful goal. So count yourselves lucky, Man City. You are going to go down for much more. Yeah, so that was Liverpool. Man City, wow, that wasn't that night. Kevin De Bruyne, I think this is one of his worst matches of his career. I've said one. I know he's had several, but this is one of his worst matches of his career. He even attempted a free kick that just, it didn't have the signature curling that De Bruyne's free kicks usually have. So clearly he was frustrated. I felt his frustration. I felt Otamendi's frustration. I felt Sterling's frustration, man. But what can you do, guys? That's how football is. That's how Liverpool is nowadays. They couldn't score in the first half, from my observations, because they weren't keeping the ball for too long. They had better possession, but they weren't. They were getting dispossessed too many times, and that's where most of Liverpool's goals were coming from. So they need to work on that. Yeah, that dispossession meant they couldn't get creative. They couldn't create chances for themselves. They couldn't cause problems. Even though in the second half they were like the more dominating team, it did not help them in any way. Yeah, Jesus also had an appalling game. Filling in for Sergio Aguero must be the hardest job in the world. There's no one who can fill those shoes. Oh my god. And Jesus was having a particularly bad day. Like, it was so uncharacteristic of him not to complete passes. And the link up between him and other players was also disappointing, to say the least. Yeah, so let's wait and see how fast Aguero can heal, how fast he can get back to the pitch. Hey, and again, advice to Mourinho. You see how Liverpool packed the bus in the second half. You see how tight knit the back four was. But then the back four for Liverpool is just beyond amazing. Van Dijk, Robertson, Karius, you guys are just doing an amazing job. But to Mourinho, that's how it is. Like, you can pack the bus and still be exciting. Yeah, don't drown us in boredom again, Mourinho, please. And only do it when it's necessary. They had to do it because ManCity was coming in strong in the second half, Anyway, those were my remarks about the game. It was a fantastic game. Today Arsenal is playing in the European Cup. So yeah, let's see how that goes. I'll be here, so be sure to catch that. Have yourselves an amazing day. Bye.